It's so, everything has changed over here. Oh, my goodness. All right. Sorry about that, Facebook. Y'all got booted. Okay. All right. We here. We back. Okay. So, y'all, I just, um, hey, TikTok, anybody, let me lower this. I don't know if y'all can hear that music in the background. I hope it ain't too loud, but I just want to just give a little vibe, and just come on here because I am going to start back going live. I know I said I came on here before and said that I think in October or something, and then I went back. I went back uh, behind the scenes and stuff, but I am working on balancing it all because yeah, I actually been behind the scenes learning new things. I do faith and finance, but I am learning to do. Um, I'm learning AI. Well, I have learned AI, and that's why it took me so long because a lot of people out here doing talking about AI, but it's so much more that you can do with AI instead of just um instead of just uh like the I guess some people is like doing these weird videos and they doing um pictures and all of that, which all of that is good, fine and dandy. But y'all, your girl out here building systems, okay? All right. So let me get y'all together over here, Facebook, cause that was okay. Yeah. So that is what um I'm doing with AI. I'm still talking faith, so I'm still because baby, let me tell you something. I've been through quite some things these past 2 years. So my mission is to, elevate other women, empower other women to move forward because that's what God did to me. For me, back in 2008, when I went through my first divorce, He really, you know, elevated me, really restored me, and built me back up and to where I was, and He was taking care of me and my children, and I fumbled it, y'all. I did. I fumbled the bag, fumbled fumbled what the Lord had blessed me with because y'all, it's so important to get in our word and stay in it because I say this all the time. The enemy is roaming around seeking who he can devour, and if you have a weak spot, he will come on in and devour you. So, and in these instances, he do use people to do that. And a lot of people think that it's just because we are Christians that the the demonic spirit realm won't come after us. But baby, that is a lie from the pits of hell, because that's what Satan he was cast out. So he trying to get other people to come along with him. And I don't know what's going on with this thing over here on Facebook. I hope I don't. Okay, but that is what he's seeking to do. So if he can get, you know, whoever he can get, and if you have an open door, coming on in, coming on in, honey, coming on in, and it's and that's why he had me on this assignment to really Um, and I'm gonna just shoot it straight. A lot of women, we think that um, marriage is the goal, or being a wife is the goal, or what have you. In all actuality, what should be the goal and the your biggest task and your biggest thing that you need to be focusing on is your relationship with God. Your relationship with God is of utmost importance. That comes before anything. And even and I know moms and I'm a mom too. They gonna probably uh have maybe a word to say about this, but God even come before our children, y'all. God, that's His children. He blessed us with them, so He don't want us to have no idols, none of that. We have to love our children. He have them. He blessed us with them, and He have them under our care. But we are responsible for even having them to know Him. Planting it, right? What the scriptures say: raise up a child in the way that they should go. So that's the thing, As well when as well when you're married. That's true. Your spouse do come before your children when you are married. That is very, very true. Um, but I see so many ladies out here doing. Let me tell you, doing the things that I was doing, and I can spot it now. I can see it, and I'm like, sis, no, that's not the goal. You don't want to. If a man don't come, if you gotta do all this and all of that to build up a man or support a man or get him to where he needs to be or whatever, that's not the one for you. God is not gonna send you a burden. He just not. And a lot of idolatries in the Bible, and God do not want us to make idols here. And a lot of women is making idols because out of marriage or out of wanting to be married, or just I don't know. It seems like we are coming into a how can I put this in a I don't even have no words for it. It's like we are male crazy. I don't know. We are someone would just they just I don't know, y'all. It's listen. I don't know what it is, but it ain't right. I say that. But I know for a fact, like it's some I seen one lady on I think it was over here on TikTok, and she was and I'm gonna make a post about it. She was like, yeah, they told me not to make his lunch. They told me not to pay for dates, and they told me not to wash the clothes, but I did all that and I still got things. So it's like, honey. Then I seen another. It's so many instances, and I'm gonna be talking about it on my YouTube because I be trying to post stuff, but I talk too much, y'all. I like these. They be wanting like on these short like on especially over here on TikTok, they be wanting 7 seconds, honey. I can't say nothing in 7 seconds, but I can't say a thing in 7 seconds. I'm long-winded, honey. Okay, I'm long-winded. I like to talk. Agree. Or his helpmate, not either. Yes. Oh, can we talk about it, Kim? Girl, my goodness. Hey, Felicia. Hey, thank you for joining. I was definitely I was a crutch and an enabler, and um, I did a lot of things that, thank you for joining over here on TikTok. I did a lot of things that got the gift. I wish I had the gift of gab. You know, the people with they have the gift of gab, they normally like car salesmen and salespeople. And I don't have it like that. I wish I did. I'm just country and like to talk a lot. I guess that's what I just don't meet a stranger, I guess, because my kids used to tell me, like, Mama, you gotta talk to everybody. You gotta talk to everybody. You just talk too much. And it's true. I guess that's how my parents raised me. We had to speak. You know, these days kids they bad. They don't speak. They don't do any of that, honey. They child. But I just want to just let women know that and we have to get back to God. We have to get back in His presence, because back in the day when He helped me rebuild and do all that, and honey, I was in church, I was serving in ministry, I was doing all this and that, and baby was a lukewarm Christian, okay? And I'm so glad that God give us time to get it right. Whew, thank you, Lord, because baby, if I would have met my demise back then, baby, I was going straight to hell. I can't even say I was going there. Because even though, because our works don't get us in. He don't care what you doing in the church. He don't care you serving and you doing this and that. He don't care about that. Even in His word, it says that works will not get you in there. Because it says that many people will be like, Lord, Lord, I did this in your name. I cast out demons in your name. I did this in your name. I did. And He gonna say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. That's what He gonna say. He don't care. Some of these pastors, some of these bishops, apostles, whoever else, whatever else title you want to put on them, He don't care about that. And just because I was over there serving in my little ministry, doing this and doing that, He don't care. He gonna say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. And that's because, I wasn't reading my Bible for myself. I was not reading my Bible for myself. I would go to church, honey, baby, with this Bible. Well, it wasn't this Bible, but I would go to church with my Bible, honey, and let the preacher preach and turn to wherever he say turn, and get filled with the word and the spirit. Or then close that Bible and wouldn't open it up to either Bible study or the next time I went to church. That's how a lot of us become lukewarm Christians. And a lot of people think, oh, just because I go to church and just because I go to church and I do this and that, oh yeah, I'm doing right. Baby, just because you going to church don't mean nothing. There's a lot of devils in the church. I said it and I say it again. A lot of devils in the church. That's why you can't let everybody pray for you because a lot of witches and warlocks in the church. A lot of witches and warlocks is in the church. You gotta listen. I will say this publicly. I even changed churches that I went to because another thing you have to be mindful of who stewards you. You have to be mindful of who tutelage you under. You have to be mindful because somebody praying for you, they may not be praying for you. They praying on you. That's could be a whole witch, speaking over you. Baby, I'm very careful now. After the experience I had in my life, this last decade I went through, and the things that God revealed to me, I'm very careful of who I have in my life now. I'm very careful who I have in because my life considered a peace now. God now, He has restored my peace. He has restored my joy. And I am not going to let nobody come in my life and take that. No. If I feel like you disturbing my peace, you got to go. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You got to go. Because my peace was disturbed for almost 12 years. And I'm not letting it be disturbed no more. If I feel that you are disturbing my peace, you gotta go. And it's straight right like that because you would know that when you get in your word that all people, like my pastor now, he say, you gotta ask people when people come in your life, who sent you? And baby, that from here on out, I'm asking that. I'm not gonna, especially if I get it in my, I feel it in my spirit. I have asked for so much discernment in this season because I'm like, Lord, if you want me to do this and do your word and do this, I am not. I need discernment because I don't want to do nothing I don't want to do nothing without you. I don't want to do nothing. Because when I made my mistakes, it's because I was out of the will of God. I didn't ask God for his I didn't go to God. I didn't pray about it. That's because I was so more on the word in the world than in the word. It's a wonderful feeling I didn't hear. What you know? You said you didn't even know it. What you didn't know, girl? What you didn't? Cause listen, when we don't have that discernment, I asked for discernment and peace. Well, I didn't ask for peace. He restored the peace. I just asked for discernment and wisdom. Because, baby, I was foolish. Foolish. All right. And then, but the guy, oh, yeah. Yeah, your peace will be disturbed. Your peace, let me see if I can. Hold on. For my sound effects. I like that little sound effects. But y'all, we cannot because of people. Oh, feel you, sis. You can't let everybody have access to you. I have, I have, it. Well, I haven't did anything. God, I think God did all that because it's like people fell off like I don't know what, but but it started with with my ex. You have to when you serious in getting in the presence of God and you ask God, you want Him and to remove everything that's not of Him and that's not gonna bring you closer to Him, baby. God will do it because I went through um so much warfare back in 2023. The end of 2023 was, and it all of it happened September around my birthday. Right after my birthday, this stuff just September 23. That was a year. Then all of 2024, well, half of 2024, I was fighting. Even towards at the end of 2024, still had to fight. You know, so it's like people, they were like, "Oh, you could have still kept doing," because I was going live on, especially on TikTok. I was going live every day, and I was doing teaching stuff and doing stuff. But baby, when you going through something, when somebody is trying to disturb you even more, because I say this, my both of my ex-husbands um left me better than what they came. Okay? And I never wanted uh I never want anything bad to happen to anyone. You know, I if things don't work, they just don't work. But it doesn't, you don't have to try to drag somebody through the mud. Yeah, I was out so much money in 2024 because even like right now, Candy even going through a contested divorce. A contested divorce, that means the parties cannot agree. And when parties cannot agree on things, that's when it gets real expensive. And my thing is this, even with Candy's situation, like, it should be fair. If a person came in the marriage and had things before you, and then they gave it up because of you, you need to compensate that person for something. You know what I mean? Like, Todd, he gave up his career to follow Candy. And that's the thing. I'm not just on, when it comes down to certain things, I'm not just one sided. No. And I don't know if opportunities like Mama Joy said or whatever. That ain't the case, but whatever. The thing is, he gave up his life and his career to be with her and, do things and stuff like that. Now, and then they built business together. They did stuff together. At least Todd was, he got stuff with her with his name on it. I was help building my ex and with nothing that my name could be on. So, again. So, we have to be careful, of who. That's why I say most of these marriages are, God is nowhere near them. think that, huh? Girl, whew. Obedience, obedience is, and that's why I'm coming. I said, okay, God, I gotta get back out here because He told me, He's gonna restore me, like more than what I was before. But I have to make sure I do His work this time. I have to make sure I be I spread His word. I have to make sure I tell everybody the good news. Tell everybody what He brought me through. Tell everybody what He did for me even back then. And that's what I'm here to do. That's why I say faith and finances, because God has helped me with both. He gave me the knowledge and all that to do all the things I have done in my life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, oh, see, I didn't know he's fighting for what she had before, because the thing is, what she had before him, that's all hers. He shouldn't have any um he shouldn't have anything to that. But the things that they built together, they should have. Because they should even it out or whatever the case may be. Because I know he was on live and said it. Now, Todd, now listen. I was trying to be on your side for a minute. Because I know what I gave up to go and support my ex. Anybody that know me knew I already had my own home, my businesses. I didn't need my ex for anything. That's another thing I'm telling women. Do not lower yourself to be with somebody. A lot of us, for some reason, is doing that. But when we get in this word, we know that's not the way to go. You don't lower your standards or lower your, and God always give us signs, because baby, it just say He gave me signs, and I ran all the red lights. I need that. I ignored all the big old red lights. Like, daughter, I was trying to tell you no, and you just went speed on ahead to go. Yeah, what? Wow. Now, see, that's not good, Ty. You don't need anything that you didn't work for. You don't need anything that you didn't work for. If you didn't work for that, you don't need that. Yeah. But I would say, like, if Georgia is like Texas is a community property state. And y'all, that's another thing, y'all. I've been building systems for my girlies that's gonna be joining me in my program to help, because listen, that last fight I went through, I didn't have no more money to get no attorney. Oh, hey Rufus, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I didn't have no more. Baby, 10 stacks and I was done. I was out. Take me out the game, coach. I don't got no more. I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more. No more. Now. So, I had to represent myself the last time I went to court. And that's when I stopped going live back in December of last year, because I had to focus on that. Because let me tell you, and that's why I say another people will be like, oh, you could have kept on going. No, not when you trying to be a whole lawyer. Now, I went to the high school for law enforcement and criminal justice, but baby, I ain't no attorney. So I had to do a crash course real quick. I had to, you know, yeah, I had to make it do what it do. And actually, I consulted with an attorney afterwards, which said that I did very well to not know the heck about family law and all of that stuff. So, because like I said, I didn't have any more money to fight. And when I prayed and I was like, Lord, it's me and you going in front of this judge. Because my thing is, be fair. If you don't be nothing else, be fair. You know what I had before I met you, before you came in my life. You know what I had. And all what I asked you for. The only thing that I asked you for. So, the thing is, when you are out of alignment with someone, and that's why it's so important to be in your word, because when you build someone else up, you already, especially women, when we for men, you're already out of alignment. We're not supposed to be doing that. God gonna bring us the man that we need. How he supposed what he God know what we need, and he ain't gonna give us nothing half baked. We can't make somebody we can't fall in love with potential and build somebody up. That's why, baby, I'm a ex alumni of BNU. I'm an ex alumni of BMU, Build a Ninja University. I'm not a part of that organization no more. Nope. I can laugh about it now, cause like I know my God. I know He. I know He's. I know what my God gonna do. I know He. As long as I stay in His word and I spread His news like He want me to. That's all I know, cause I know God. I know my God is gonna do exceedingly abundantly all more than what I can ever ask him to do. He did it before. And like he told me when I was going through all that, he revealed to me, he said, he didn't hear you, daughter, but I heard you. And then he also revealed to me, because I used to say something to my ex a lot. I used to be like, I gave up everything for you. And God, through that he was like, you didn't give up everything for me. Baby, it hits different when God, put it back in your face. When you get in His presence and He play back your life like a movie. And He shows and points stuff out to you. That's why it's so important to be in your word and pray and fast. Because He will give you the answers. He will tell you things. Like He told me that my ex had it was a baby involved. I was like, what? And I was like, I'm just thinking of but lo and behold, I received the confirmation. I was like, oh wow. But You know, it's just us as women, we have to do better. We have to um do better. We have to seek God and our that's why my one of my favorite verses now is I hide my heart so deep in his word so I won't sin against him. Because honey, I'm not sinning against God. I'm not no. No, and that's called even like fornicating, lying, cheating, stealing, all of that stuff. It's a whole bunch, stuff, but mainly, fornication is pretty much sin. Is he considered that as idolatry because we are trying to feed our flesh and get like satisfy ourselves, and we're not supposed to be, trying to satisfy ourselves. And that was a lot that I had to deal with y'all. Let me tell you something. I have been a mother since I was 17 years old. So, and I'm gonna go deeper in that and in the women's group, but some of us, the spirit of lust comes on us at a out of something that was done to us, and it don't even be our fault. It's just like I say, the devil comes in our life before we even know, and that's planted on us because a lot of women that has been, touched in certain ways and, like they say, SA'd and all of that. That's when, hi, good evening. Thank you for joining, Rosa. That's when the spirit of lust come in. And that's welcomes in that fornication. Oh yeah, we have to meditate. Yep, and yep, meditate. We gotta meditate on that word day and night. But that's what welcomes things in, and that makes us not. Um, that makes us not make wise decisions because we have already been tainted in a way, So, yeah, that's another thing that is we'll talk about. I'll be posting on my the tube channel too because like I say, I talk a lot. That's why I say let me start back going live because posting, I'ma still post too, but doing those little clips, them little second clips, because people are they attention span ain't but like that. But we have to make sure that we stay in this in the word, and a marriage or a man is not the prize. It's not. God, our heart needs to be deep and rooted in God. He want us to be so far, in his word that a man will have to seek him first. And that's how it's supposed to go. The man's supposed to seek him to find us. because that's the structure of the Christian household. It's the man, the wife, and the kids. What can be a gift? What you talking about can be a gift? It's the man, because the man's supposed to lead, and that's why we supposed to submit, and we are helpmates. But baby, let me tell you something. If we submitting to the wrong man, baby, y'all know what wait a minute, where is in Acts that man that lied to the Holy Spirit, had his wife lying too, and they both gave up the ghost. So that's what happened when you following the wrong man. So you yes, when a man finds, yeah, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Listen, I had told God, I was like, Lord, I'm not. I said, I ain't getting married no more. I ain't. And I said, heard him so clear. He was like, you a wife. I was sweeping minding my business. I was like, I said, Lord, I ain't. I said, you see how that? See what happened there? He said, because you didn't seek me in either one of those. But you are a wife. Because if y'all know, you are a wife way before you even get married. There's a difference. There's a woman and there's a wife. Yeah, I'm not going to get deep into that tonight. I just wanted to... I ain't going to get too deep. I just want to let, ease myself back into to going live. When you got... yes, if you have to put... I'm telling you, hey, David, let me tell you something. Ooh, child. Tired ain't the word, honey. I don't have no more of that type of building in me if I even wanted to. I don't even have that. I don't even have that in me no more. I don't have that in me no more, Lord. And he know that. And I'm like, and I told him, I said, Lord, if you want me to have another husband, you already know what needs to happen. I don't have to tell you. I'm like, I hear like these women, oh, he gotta be this, he gotta be that, he gotta be 6'5", he gotta be this, and he gotta be that, and he gotta be this. Baby, Lord knows what I need. And it is not another Build-A-Bear. I refuse. I'm not because when you and that's another thing, y'all. Let me see. I seen this on Facebook, and I said I'm gonna do a video on this too because it was a excuse me, y'all. It was a chick that said that hold on, let me, and I just cringed at it because, honey, you're not doing it right. That's not your, and then the thing was, she did this post and by her boyfriend, and she got a picture of them too. I'm looking at it now. She got a picture of them too, and she got like a emoji on his face. Baby, if you proud of your man and you didn't did all this, cause she said I met my boyfriend a year ago when he was living with his mom, unemployed, and raising his 3-year-old daughter full time because his child's mother walked out on both of them. He couldn't afford daycare and rent at the same time, so He let go of his apartment, quit his job, and became a stay-at-home dad. What? So she said, normally when I meet a man who isn't stable, I look the other way. But the way he took care of his daughter made me pause. Within 4 months of us dating, I was covering everything, his clothes, shoes, phone bill, haircuts, the fees for his trade program, and every single thing his daughter needed. I was supporting a good man who just needed a chance. By month 6, that same man had launched a construction company that now brings in 6 figures. And by month 12, we bought our first home together. I hope my story teaches women something real. Stop judging men by their moment. Judge them by their mindset. Because sometimes the man who looks behind is only one opportunity away from becoming the man who will protect you, provide for you, love you, and build a whole life with you. Some blessings don't walk in ready-made. Some blessings need a woman who can recognize potential. What potential is in that? I had to get that one in here, and cause I'm gonna make a whole YouTube about this because, baby, when I tell you, I said, oh, she posted that on. Matter of fact, let me do a screenshot because, baby, I'm gonna need to check on her. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna need to keep follow up on her because let me tell you something. This same woman, and this was on Facebook. This same woman, once you keep saying a fool. This same woman, you never said nothing about marriage, none of that. You said a boyfriend. Then what made him stay at home and be a stay at home dad? Because he was living with his mama and he was like, girl, you got a whole kid. And I'm telling this story because that's what my therapist told me. Yeah, honey, your girl had to go to therapy. I Let me tell you something. When somebody, and I don't like this song, take me through that, take me through. No, no, no. As a former been took through there, down there, around there, I don't want to be nowhere near there. I don't even like the song. I'm like, let me. I just be seeing it on cause I don't listen to a lot of secular music, baby. When I hear that, I swipe. I I'm been took up and through there survivor. I don't need to be hearing that song. That song don't I don't it don't work. It don't no. It don't go well with me. It don't go well with me. It don't go well with me, honey. I don't. It is not well with my soul, honey. It's not well with my soul. I don't like it. And I'm like, man, y'all be speaking these. I'm real big on words now. And people be speaking all these word curses over them. And I'm like, no. No. Don't speak these word curses over yourself. Oh, no. I'm not, Don't take me through there. Don't take me around there. Don't take me nowhere near there. No. Nope. I'm good. But but y'all, it's just like I like this young lady here. If I could only, and that's why God has me doing what I'm doing, because it's so many that have that mindset and they want to fall in love with potential instead of with reality. And somebody said the other night, you date they potential, but you divorce their reality. And baby, I was like, whoo, that's a whole word. You date they potential because you think they have potential. But honey, when I tell you that potential ain't gonna get you nowhere. And then you when you do so much, you are you trying to do God's work. That's why I say it's idolatry. You're not supposed to be doing God work. If that man is not where he needs to be, you need to leave him where he at. That's it. That's all. Because this dude here was in his mama house, and this woman came and did all this for him, and she never even said they got their first house together. Never said that, oh, he proposed to me because of all the stuff I did for him. That should be your red. You done had so many red flags. Number one, but this should be an even bigger red flag. Even when since you here now, that y'all done, got y'all first house together and all that. I hope you're a part of that company that he didn't lunch. Because baby, girl, let me tell you, sis, that's what my therapist told me. She told me, you wasn't a wife, you was a mama. I got that sound. I was like, ooh, that's kind of a sound, little incest. Like, but it was so true because even and that's another thing, your kids watch everything that you go through. And my oldest daughter, when she went off to college, my baby didn't even want to answer the phone for me or yet alone him. But she didn't want, I had to call like campus police to do well check on her and all that, and drive down to because back then we was in Georgia and she was in Alabama going to school, and I had to drive down to check on her to see about her, because I'm like, why are you? And later on, she didn't tell me then, but later on, afterwards, like, she just told me, Mama, I couldn't do it anymore, because just to see how much you was doing for him, and then how he started changing and getting, we seen him getting changing so, and getting to the point where he thought he was better than all of us. And for your child, and my baby, when she left the house, she was when she was off to college, she was 18. And these kids know more than we, even though we hide stuff from them. And she was like, yeah, I knew he was doing stuff, and I know you was hurting and doing this and that, but you never, showed us or told us what you was going to. Because that's one thing I don't tell my kids. Grown folks' business. I don't tell them, even when it came down to their dad, I never told them nothing bad about their fathers. It's just like, you have my relationship with them it's not gonna be y'all relationship. So that's not on me to tell y'all, about your daddy. So, but to that, my whole that's why I said once before, people can come in your life and be whole destiny destroyers because um you know I I ain't gonna say all the stuff that can happen and went on with me and my family, but I was a big part of, like, how my like, oh yeah, I love family, and just how my family is now, it's just, it breaks my heart because of a choice that I made, So that's why I'm here to tell, and women, that's why God want me to do this, because it's just, and let my testimony help other women not go down those paths. And we have to sit and we have to heal, because people be jumping into these relationships real quick, not letting themselves heal from the previous relationship. That's not good. We have to heal. You have to sit down and heal. You have to sit down and, you know be at the feet of God. You gotta learn yourself. Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even know. Um, I've been a mom all my adult life. Okay, teenage, adult life. Well, all my adult life, and then I have been a wife for, you know 20 years or whatever collectively. So I didn't know. I didn't know myself. I didn't know, like, I was really just kind of like, oh man, what am I supposed to do with myself? What am I? Like, all my kids are grown now too, and it's just like, I'm like, dang, I ain't got nobody to take care of no more. I'm not a wife no more. I'm still a mom, but my kids don't need me like that no more. Even I have a special needs daughter, and she don't really. I take care of her, but for the most part, she don't be bothered with me unless she wants something, or she wants something to eat. Or, she ain't checking for me. God bless you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, it is definitely a journey. And I thank God for being with me throughout the journey. Because, y'all, God is with us even when we don't even know He's with us. And God will save and restore us even though we have strayed away. You know, he will come, like the Bible say. He will leave the 99 to come after the one, because he know his children, and he know, you know what he puts in us. So, this is definitely um a journey that I've been on. Um, January next month actually will be a whole well, the end of next month will be like, yeah, 2 years that me and my ex hadn't been together. And honey, I took this whole time to get in my word, get in the presence of God, seek therapy, um, really find out what Trisha wants and what I like, because I was so busy for years and years wondering, trying to please others. And God showed me what that's idolatry too. We ain't supposed to be, be people pleasing. So I I'm so glad that I was able to just, and I'm still taking my time because, honey, I could have had another boo boo head, but baby, who got time for that? I don't know. I ain't gonna call them boo boo heads, but I could have had it. you know, Let me just tell you, when you want a warm body, you gonna get a warm body. In But baby, I'm not after that anymore. Um I I seek a true husband. Someone that's gonna cover me, protect me, wash me with the word. That's who I need. I don't need these worldly men. No. And I need, and I don't need nobody to say, "Oh yeah, I go to church." Yeah, no, baby, I don't need you just to talk the talk. I need you to walk the walk. Cause I see through all that too. Now, God got my eyes wide open. Okay. I need to see my life after his. I know, right? It's just like all yours are grown except your last one, girl. Let me tell you something. I almost reversed my birth control back in 2017. I almost reversed it and was going to have another baby. But baby, I listened to those red flags. I I prayed about it. God told me no. I went to the doctor. Well, I had did all these tests and stuff, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you a good candidate. You got plenty of eggs. You this and you that." And I went to my main doctor at the time, my primary doctor, and my primary doctor was like, "Okay, I know you wanna have a baby or you wanna do this." He said, "But if I was you, I can't just really tell you don't do this because it is your decision." He said, "But I wouldn't do it if I were you." Well, what my doctor here? And you see all my records, I'm good to go. Why would you tell me, not to do it? But I tell you one thing, I listen. Girl, yeah, she said, child, listen. I could, I, mm-mm. I would have been so mad because I said that I didn't want to just be with someone just because we had a child together. And I guess that was all at the time. I didn't know, but I guess that was all the signs and the confirmations that God was trying to warn me once again. Don't do this. And baby, and then I have he has gone home and been with the Lord now, but he was my play brother, and me and him used to talk a lot. And he told me, "Don't do this." And I remember all the people back then that came to me and told me not to even marry my ex or whatever. But I went on ahead and did it anyway because I was emotionally invested and wanting to help. Just like this lady here that I'm talking about with this boyfriend taking him out of his mama house and doing all of what she did. But because honey, I was there too because I helped my ex get in the military. I helped all with the paperwork. it's just so much. Like as women, why are we doing all this? Why are we doing all this? Uh, I don't want no more. I know, honey. I told myself then, I was like, this baby would have been I think 5 or going when my baby was graduating, that baby would have been just going in the school. Baby, I would have been so mad. I said, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. I just was like, God knows what He's doing. Even though we don't know, God knows what. Even though, you know, God tries to um, save us from ourselves, and we don't listen. We don't be listening. Yeah, we I listened that time, and cause people. Oh yeah, it was so much. It's so much to um, unpack with that situation of what was happening and all that, and I'm not gonna just get in all of it, but it was a lot going on, and I know God did not want me to um, do that, because even though y'all, even though we married somebody, and if that's not God's will, He still ain't gonna bless it, cause you out of the will. It's the covenant, true enough. However, um, He's not gonna uh, like they say, bless no mess, because again, I say, a lot of people, are getting married, and God is nowhere in it. I can say that because that happened with me in my situation. I had 2 marriages. God was not nowhere near them. And the second one definitely shouldn't have been either one. One about me, because I didn't consult with God with either one. But that last one, I myself really didn't want that one. But again, we as women, as y'all heard with this lady situation, we caring and nurturers by nature. So that's where we where we make our mistakes, pretty much. Be too nurturing. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, they are the same age. Yeah, you and Deja was pregnant at the same time. Yep. I was there when you had your. Yep. I was like, why can't you? But I remember you laying in my bed, because I was like, you was getting sick, girl. You was going through it, honey, with that. I was like, girl, go lay down, child. And don't do nothing. You was at my grandpa. Yep, I sure was at when Deja had at Dejiel. I hope I'm saying her name right, at Dejiel. Yep, I was there. I was helping her. I was like rubbing her back and stuff. Yeah, that was the first time I seen a baby born. I was like, I was so excited, and I was so honored to be there. Okay, I said it right. I was so honored to be there. I said, oh, I get to see your baby. Oh, I see the baby get born. And I was there when your baby was born too. Um Did they make us leave though? I think they made us leave out or something. No, I can't remember because I know you had him at Methodist, and I think we all was in there, but I can't remember. Something went on, and they was like, okay, but I could be wrong because that been a minute. Okay. Yep, no, you was okay. Yeah, okay. I remember. I was like, I know because I remember. I was like, was that your baby when he? Because I remember, baby, yo, they was. That's right. They was telling you to stop pushing, and baby, you was like, F no. Baby, that baby was coming. You was like, I ain't holding nothing. Was eating food. They had to. Oh, okay. I knew somebody had to leave. They was trying to tell somebody to leave. I can't remember, but yeah, I know somebody. I'm like, this. I know they told somebody to leave. I don't know if it was all of us, but I remember that. Now that girl, you was like, this baby coming, and I'm not holding them. No, y'all better be ready to catch him. Baby, you was gonna make sure they was ready. You like, I ain't holding nothing. And I was when my first grandbaby was born, I wasn't there because she was in Georgia, but I got to see via video FaceTime. So I got to see him being born. And then they was telling her to hold it so they can go get the doctor. And baby, if I was there, I'm like, doctor should have been already here. Nah, she ain't holding nothing. I remember what Kim did. She said, I ain't holding nothing. Because, they make you push so far till the baby come, at the right there. And then all the doctor to come do is come in and catch it. I'm like, baby, no. But I wasn't there with her, so. But I was there with my other grandbaby when she was born. And baby, she had a good doctor. That doctor was awesome. She had a good doctor. And I was helping her. She was, that baby, she was going through it, poor thing. Bless her heart. I was like, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It ain't for me. I was so sick girl. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you was sick. You was sick like the whole pregnancy pretty much seemed like, because I know the first trimester you wasn't feeling good. You was not feeling good because I remember being in my house and he was like, I ain't feeling it. I was trying to get you. Well, you didn't want to eat. I was trying to get you to eat. You're like, I don't want that. I'm like, girl, you gotta feed this baby. Ooh, not the whole 9 months. Yeah, that's why. I know when I got pregnant, I would be sick, and I had morning sickness and all that, and it ain't for the week. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time. I don't have time. That's why, baby. Whoo. Hey, see, girl. That was see. What is it? What? Oh my goodness. Not 8 months for the first and 7 with. Ooh. I was sick the first. I know 5 or 6 months of all my pregnancies, and baby, no. Uh. Mm. And that's the thing. Men think just having, well, some men, I ain't gonna say all, because I'm not gonna characterize all men, because baby, there's some good men out there, honey. I just haven't found it yet, but for myself. But anyway, yeah, like it is, having a baby is a it's just not as, oh, just have a baby. It's not. It's a life and death situation, especially for us black women having babies. We it's a life and, no ma'am. Yeah, it is, girl. I said, I'm telling you, it's some good men out there. I just haven't found mine yet. You know, I'm like, Lord, just, and I have some stories too. That's another thing I need to I need to start making story time with. The last person I gave my phone number to, cause you know I'm not, at first I was closed up to even entertaining, but now I'm not, I'm going back to, I'm like, okay, I ain't outside, but I will dip my toe out there a little bit. I dip my toe out there, outside the door a little bit. I don't know. I, but my goodness, yeah, that's a whole situation. That last person I gave my number to. Oh, hey, this is the baby. 10 Hugh. Oh, I remember. Yes, I remember. You couldn't stand your husband at the time. I was like, why you ain't got that man here to see his baby? You didn't want that man in the. I was like, Lord, kill me. Girl, the pinky toe said, honey, I don't know. Like I told you earlier, I'm recovering from being taken through there, honey. Around. He said, take a little peek. Baby, I know you want to take a peek. And I God really has to speak to me in this new season to, I'm not, like I said, I am open to getting to know men, but baby, if you show me any, my eyes wide open, discernment. If you show me anything, I'm out that thing. I'm gone. Deuce, no. I am not about to go through what I went through. Cause I used to be silly and used to be like, oh yeah, all men cheat, this and this and that. That's a lie. All men don't cheat. That's why I gave my ex so many chances, but I was like, oh, he gotta get it out of his system. You don't do that. No. That is not no. God ain't gonna give you that. No mess like that. He ain't. The pinky toe playing pickle. Girl, that pinky toe is playing pickaboo, honey. Cause my phone is real dry, and I and I love it. I have peace, honey. I have peace and joy. Because God gave it to me, honey. God gave it to me. He took that vow. It was for, girl, that's what it's supposed to be. But people don't mature um, they don't take vows seriously, and yeah, that's just what it is. And for the most part, people not it's not loyal, and that's the sad thing about it, but it's true. But I know God has me in my space where I'm in now because those men thought they had a good wife, but baby, my next husband gonna have a awesome God fearing wife, honey. He gonna have because baby, nobody gotta tell me I wasn't a good wife because I know I was a good wife. So, oh, but I was a good wife to the wrong um man. But and I ain't even gonna say like my first husband um wasn't just. I say I don't like to talk much about my kid's dad, but um he had his good points, I would say. Um but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like he just never had a yep, just never had. That's true. And like I say, and then even that confirmation when I God had a friend to come and tell me because she was like, no, you're not about to let this dude say you are no, you gonna get married again. I said, who told you that, girl? Because I don't see it. I said, because who told you that? Because baby, it wasn't. But she that's my girl. She been married for because me and her had a lot of things in common, and her and her husband have been married like the same length of time that me and my ex had been married. So I think they're on their 12th year now, or yeah, because yeah, because I had got married back in 2013. So yeah, they on their 12th year, and that's what she said. She was like, no, you not, because she was there when some stuff went down, so she knows, some history about my ex or whatever. Um, because I in a way she know it because I was a part of an entrepreneur group, and they were they were calling me and they was needing me to get on the call and stuff, and I was so like distraught and everything and going through it that I didn't even want to get on the call with them because we had formed a little group and we was doing some projects together, and um her and another lady, they was like, I know you, because we know you be on top of it, this and that. What's going on? So, yeah. So I just had to like briefly just tell them what, I was going through, and it just shocked my, um, yeah, it just threw everything off. So, but, if I'm coming up. Oh yeah, y'all come up when y'all 14. Ooh, hey now. Yep, I was there too. I was sure was. That's good. I'm glad y'all doing good, cause baby, listen. Woo. A lot of people say marriage is work, and I disagree with that statement. Marriage does not take work. Marriage takes effort. effort on both parties. Because um, when you uh, when you have that effort, when you give that person your yes, and you give them, you know, your commitment, your loyalty, hey, that's what it is. It takes a constant effort of choosing each other, of choosing, okay, we're going to get through this, we're going to get whatever disagreement or whatever, but it should never be things of like cheating or jealousy, um, lying, manipulating, none of that. It shouldn't be like that. Now, couples things that you might go through is, dang, how long you gonna it's gonna take you to keep on. I keep telling you to keep to put the toilet seat down. You still haven't, stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's the stuff you're supposed to be, you know, or have a little spats about. You know what I mean? And you can get through those type of things, but yeah. Being on purpose, that is what being on is exactly on purpose. Facebook, I'm gonna have to let y'all go because this device over here is about to die. So peace. So that is true. Um it takes effort and to be on purpose. That is what it does take, and people don't want to do that. They want to. Um, they think it's just I'm the man or I'm the woman, because it's not. We're not supposed to. Um, we the man is the head. I didn't said that before, and we are supposed to be submissive. But again, I say you have to make sure who you submitting to. You don't want to be submitting to somebody that's going to, run y'all into a ditch. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here tonight. I know I've been on here for a little bit. But I am going to start going back live on a regular basis, because I know I said that before, but I really am, because hold on, cancel. Oh, yeah, I said that before, but I really do want to I am going to start going back on live, because like I said, I want to teach people about what I'm doing now, and my business is going to be mainly online instead of being how I was before. So yeah, we'll see how all of that will transpire. But but yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming for you. Well, I can't talk. I appreciate. Let me do this one too over here, because I need to see something over here on I appreciate y'all and you Kim over here for staying along with me. I appreciate it. Because I am probably gonna come back live tomorrow as well. So I just want to make sure that I update. Oh goodness. I want to make sure that okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing up. Oh, where you go. I'm playing over here with TikTok. But yeah, I just wanted to just continue to go live and everything. So this was nice. I enjoyed the live experience. All right, thank you, girl. Yes, I'm gonna start going live more often, and I'm gonna make sure that pin notice boards. What is all of this? See, I'm over here trying to see what's going on. But yeah, I definitely want to continue this. And I stopped it because, like I said, what I was going through. But I'm not gonna be letting nobody, stop me again. It ain't gonna do. It ain't gonna work. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to um, come on here, and I appreciate everybody that came and joined the live. So, until next time, I see y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. What? Okay.